In this tutorial, I will show you how to install a test app build onto your iOS device. I also have another tutorial showing you how to install a test app onto an Android device, so make sure to check out that tutorial if you're using an Android for testing. When creating a build, you can select if the build is going to be for iOS or for Android. And then you can select if the build is going to be a release app or a test app. Release apps are the ones that get submitted for publishing to the app stores. Release apps cannot be downloaded for testing. Test apps are the ones that are used for your internal testing and development. You can use a test app to play with your app before it's been published. You can also switch between your connected primary and secondary sites within a single test app. And you can deploy custom code changes into your test apps if you're doing custom development. As long as you followed all of the steps in this tutorial, then every new test app build you create will be able to be downloaded directly to your phone as soon as the build completes. They do not have to be published into the app stores as they are just for internal testing. So let's go into our build history so I can show you how to download a test app build. This page is showing us a history of all of our previous app builds. At the top, I can filter by iOS, and I can also filter by test app. Once I have everything configured correctly, I'll be able to download test app builds onto my iOS device just by clicking on this Install Test App button. But first, we'll need to go through some steps to register my iPhone into my Apple developer account so that my iPhone will allow me to download test apps. For Android, you can just download the test apps right away without any additional work. But for iOS, there are a few steps we'll need to take first. To get started, let's go into this Configure menu. And then we'll click on iOS Settings. The first thing you'll want to do is to connect your BuddyBoss app plugin to your Apple developer account using these settings. We have another tutorial showing you how to do this. Connecting your account is going to allow us to register your device from within the BuddyBoss app plugin. Next, let's scroll down to this Provisioning Profiles section. You'll want to make sure this radio for Generate Provisioning Profiles Automatically is selected. The next steps will not work until you've done this. So now that I've selected this, I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes. And now let's go into this tab for iOS devices. And we can see this section for registered iOS devices. I'll be using this tool to add my iPhone into the list of registered iOS devices. This will allow me to download the test app onto my iPhone. I can click this button to add new device. The first step is to add the name of the person who owns the device. So I'll write my name. This is important so that you can easily reference which members of your team have access to testing. This name is going to appear in the list. And then we'll click on Next. From here, I have two options. I can scan this QR code with my phone to automatically add my phone into our list. Or if I prefer, I can manually enter my device's UDID into this field. In most cases, you'll want to just scan the QR code since it's a lot simpler. However, if you have a big team and you want to add a bunch of testers at once without requiring all of them to log into the WordPress admin one by one to scan their phones, you could ask them all to send you their device UDIDs, and then one by one, you could enter all of their IDs in here. And again, this only applies to iPhones. If you have testers who are using Androids, they don't have to do this. In case you want to use the UDID, let me quickly show you how to find that. To find your UDID, the easiest method is to take your iPhone and plug it into a Mac using a cable. And then in the Finder, go to your iPhone. And then right here, if I click it, you can see it has revealed my UDID. And then I can right click and select Copy UDID. And then back in WordPress, I could paste it in here. But for today, I'm just going to use this QR code to register my device. So next, I'm going to take my iPhone and open the camera app on it. And then I'll hold my phone up to my screen with the camera app open to scan this QR code. Let's go to my phone so I can show you what happens. After scanning the QR code, I get this notice on my phone. This website is trying to download a configuration profile. Do you want to allow this? So I tap on Allow. Profile downloaded. Review the profile in Settings app if you want to install it. So let's go into my Settings app, and we can see Profile downloaded. I'll tap that, and then I'll tap on Install. I'll enter my password, and I'll tap on Install. And that worked. It says your device's UDID is registered successfully with your app. Next, you will need to submit a new build request for an iOS test app, which you will be able to download to this device. Now let's go back into WordPress so we can proceed with the next steps. And we can close this pop-up. And then let's click on this refresh button. This will refresh the data that we're receiving from the Apple developer account. And now we can see that my device has been added into the list. It's showing the name that I entered earlier, and it has automatically imported the type of device that I'm using, as well as my UDID from the QR code scan. Additionally, the provisioning profile from Apple has been automatically updated and imported into the provisioning profiles section back in our iOS settings. And let's scroll down to provisioning profiles. Our provisioning profile was updated automatically because we connected our Apple developer account and because we selected Generate Provisioning Profiles automatically. The provisioning profile has been imported from Apple. The whole purpose of everything we just did was really just to get this updated provisioning profile. My phone is now included within the provisioning profile as an allowed device. The next step is to go and create a brand new test build. This provisioning profile gets included into the test app build and is required before the test app can be used on your phone. Every time you add or remove devices from the registered iOS devices list, you will need to create a new test app build to get the updated list of devices from the provisioning profile included into the build. So ideally, you can register all of your iPhone testers first before creating an iOS test app build, so you don't have to keep making more and more builds as you add more testers. Once you've added your device successfully and created a new iOS test app build, as long as you continue testing with the same phone, you will not need to keep doing this. Every subsequent build should just work on your device. At the end of this tutorial, I will show you how to remove users from the list of registered iOS devices. That can only be done from within your Apple developer account. But before I do that, I'm going to create a new build so we can go play with the test app on my iPhone. To do that, I'll go into this build menu, and then I'll click Request Build, and I'll select iOS and Test App and Next Step, and I'll send the build request. This whole build process could take up to an hour. I'll come back when the build is ready. We're back on our build history page, and we can see the newest build was completed. This build has our updated provisioning profile in it, which means it should work on my iPhone. The previous builds will not be downloadable for me, but this build and all future builds will be downloadable to my device, assuming I don't remove my device from the registered devices list. Also note that if I come back to this page in the future to install some newly generated test app build, that newly generated build is going to replace any previously downloaded test app build on my device. All right, let's go ahead and install this test app build to my phone. I'll click on Install Test App, and we can see this text. To install this test app build on your iOS device, scan the QR code using the camera app and follow the instructions. Now I'm going to take my iPhone and open the camera app on it, and then I'll hold the phone up to the screen with the camera app open to scan this QR code. Let's jump over to my iPhone so I can show you what that looks like. Here we are on my iPhone. I just scanned the QR code and we can see it took me to this page in my mobile browser. From here, I can tap on Install Application, and I'll tap on Install. And it says it's downloading. Let's go to my home screen, and we can see the app has been downloaded and installed successfully. And we can also see this test label at the top of the app icon. This was added automatically to let me know that this is a test app. Let's open the app. And I've successfully installed the test app build onto my phone. From within the test app, I can also switch between my connected primary and secondary sites for testing. I can also deploy code changes into this test app without requiring another build, which is very useful for doing custom development. I go through how to do all of that in separate tutorials. And at any moment, I can always create a new test app build if I want to test the latest updates available for BuddyBoss app, or if I want to merge in my custom code changes to make sure they work properly once added into a build. And now I'll show you how to remove devices from your registered devices list. If you want to prevent someone from your team from being able to test future test app builds, you'll need to follow these next steps. To do this, we'll go into our Apple developer account. Here we are logged into my Apple developer account at developer.apple.com. And then I'll go click on Account, and then Certificates, Identifiers, and Profiles. And then in the left column, I'll click on Devices. And from here, I can see all the devices that have been added. And here's my device that we added earlier. I'll click on my name. And to remove access to this device, I'll just click on Disable. and I'll confirm. And we can see that my device has been disabled. After doing this, I'll go back into my WordPress admin to the registered iOS devices list. And then I can click on this refresh button to resync the device data from my Apple developer account. And we can see the device has been removed from our list. Doing this will also update the test app provisioning profile automatically. And then of course, for these changes to take effect, I would need to submit another test app build. And once that build is done, the user that we just removed will not be able to test the new build. And they will not be able to test any future test app builds either, unless you add them back.